why do white people pay so much attention to black people if they don't like them? You would think if you didn't like something, why would you be paying attention to it?
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke out of you when I see you.
Race play, Shannon Sharpe. Race play? I didn't even want to talk about this. But the more videos I scroll past talking about Shannon Sharpe and this relationship that he had with this 19-year-old, and it's not just her with the race fetish. He obviously was turned on by these conversations as well, and he only released what she was saying.
This $50 million lawsuit hitting Shannon Sharpe just took a wild turn. And guess who's back in the mix? Katt Williams. He's out here saying he warned Shannon this exact mess was coming. But back then, Shannon brushed it off like it was nothing. Last year, when Katt slid into Club Shay Shay, he looked Shannon dead in the eye on camera and told him, plain and simple, being a black man in this industry without self-discipline or respect, especially
all of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is, TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
I didn't have nothing on with these.
Amen, amen.
Gee, wow, I kind of didn't want to.
Right.
When it comes to how you act behind closed doors is straight up dangerous. Katt didn't hold back at all. He told Shannon that kind of behavior always comes back to bite, and not in a small way. But instead of listening, Shannon laughed it off like it was all jokes. Fast forward to now, boom, Shannon's knee deep in a legal storm. An OnlyFans model is suing him, claiming he crossed the line when she was just 19 and he was 54, and it gets worse. Shannon admitted to doing race play with her, and that made fans go, whoa. The internet lit up with side eyes and comments like, bro, what were you thinking? Folks are saying he played himself badly. One minute he's leveling up in the media world, the next, his own dark decisions are dragging him down. People online are even saying he fumbled generational wealth just to chase reckless bedroom fantasies. But here's where it gets real shady. This lawsuit dropped right when Shannon was supposedly closing in on a $100 million media deal. The timing, way too sketchy to ignore. And get this, not long ago, there were quiet whispers about Shannon and Katt linking up again for part 2 of their viral Club Shay Shay interview. Now fans are asking, was Katt trying to warn him or set the stage to expose everything? Katt did say that career-ending blows were on the way. He literally said, "You might hear the haymakers very, very soon." Now the puzzle pieces are snapping together. Is this lawsuit just random? Or is Shannon being silenced? Is he being punished for giving Katt Williams a megaphone to speak his truth on such a massive stage? Or did Katt drop clues that everyone ignored? Let's rewind. What exactly did Katt say about Shannon's possible fall? And did he really try to tell him that the people in power would use his own secrets to bring him down? She's coming forward with some heavy claims, accusing Shannon of griping her multiple times during what she says was a dark, twisted, and toxic relationship. It all kicked off after they met at a gym in LA back in 2023. But according to her, things quickly turned from casual to straight up creepy. And standing tall behind her, none other than Tony Busby. Yup, that high-powered Houston lawyer who's been making headlines for going after big names like Diddy and even trying to sue Jay-Z. Now, he's got Shannon Sharpe in his crosshairs. Jane Doe says it all started like a regular hookup. Shannon, 54 at the time, spotted her at the gym when she was just 19. She claims he chased her hard until she gave in and agreed to start seeing him. But once they started casually linking, she says the vibe flipped real quick. According to her, Shannon stopped seeing her like a person and started treating her like an object. She's painting a disturbing picture. Jane Doe says Shannon told her things that were downright sinister, like he wanted to do stuff to her that would make no other man ever want her again. That's not just toxic, that's disturbing. And it didn't stop there. According to the lawsuit, Shannon somehow snuck into her apartment complex without her knowing and definitely without her permission. That's when things went from messy to terrifying. In one of the most chilling moments, Jane Doe says Shannon completely snapped. She tried to secretly send her location to her friends using her iPhone, clearly trying to get help without him knowing. But Shannon caught her in the act. She claims he grabbed her by the neck and threatened her, saying, "If you ever do that again, I will..." And she says the threat was bone-chilling. From that moment, Jane Doe says she started pulling back, especially after the whole Instagram Live chaos in September. Remember that? When Shannon accidentally went live while laid up in bed with another woman named Michelle? That clip went viral instantly, and according to Jane Doe, it was the final straw. She says after that, she tried to distance herself, but Shannon, he wasn't letting go that easy. She claims he kept coming around, and then things got even darker. On October 6, 2024, she says Shannon forced her to perform an act on him while holding her down as she cried. Then, months later, in January 2025, she says it happened again. Through this lawsuit, Jane Doe says Shannon Sharpe isn't just some retired NFL star. She calls him a narcissist who's been using his fame, cash, and status to control, manipulate, and hurt women for years. And now, she's taking it to court, demanding a jury trial and coming for a massive $50 million in damages. But Shannon didn't sit quiet, not for a second. His lawyer, Lanny Davis, clapped back fast. Shannon even dropped her real name in a statement, Gabriella Zinga, and when fans did a quick online search, boom, she's already well known on the internet under the name She Is Carly, with a big presence on Instagram and OnlyFans. Now the internet's in chaos. The claims, the receipts, the timing, it's all spinning out of control. And just when you think it couldn't get messier, the story takes another wild twist. Shannon's lawyer didn't just respond, he came swinging. He called Gabriella Zinga's lawsuit nothing but a dirty money grab, straight up accusing her of trying to squeeze millions out of Shannon with what they called a blatant and cynical move. The legal team didn't hold back, saying the whole lawsuit is packed with lies, twisted facts, and straight up distortions. They're claiming it's gonna crash and burn in court. But that's not all. It gets even spicier. Shannon's camp hinted that Tony Busby, Zinga's high-powered attorney, might be getting ready to drop a secret audio recording of Shannon and Zinga, allegedly trying to flip a consensual moment into something dark and incriminating. Shannon's people say they're locked and loaded for that too. According to them, everything between Shannon and Zinga was consensual, and it even included roleplay, wild language, and explicit fantasy scenarios that she allegedly requested. Shannon's team says he never forced anything and is standing firm that no abuse or coercion ever happened. Shannon's lawyer made it crystal clear. He's not paying hush money and he's not backing down. And that leaked audio clip Jane Doe put out, Shannon's team claims it was heavily edited, chopped up to make him look guilty and spin the truth into a nightmare. This whole case is exploding by the hour, and Shannon is scrambling hard to take control of the story. He didn't stay silent either. He jumped online and dropped a video where he called the whole lawsuit a straight-up shakedown. And he didn't stop there. Shannon fired direct shots at Tony Busby, saying Busby has a pattern of going after high-profile black men. Shannon even dragged up Busby's flopped legal battle against Jay-Z, using it as proof that Busby's just chasing headlines and trying to spin the media to wreck his image. Shannon says he's not staying quiet. He's planning to fire back with a defamation lawsuit against both Gabriella Zinga and Tony Busby. But just when it looked like Shannon was ready to flip the script, boom, another twist. Shannon's own lawyer admitted something that made everybody stop in their tracks. Earlier this year, Shannon offered Zinga at least $10 million to quietly settle everything and make the accusations disappear. That revelation had everyone scratching their heads like, wait, what? If he's innocent and says the whole thing is fake, then why toss out a $10 million offer to keep her quiet? Why not just hit her with that defamation lawsuit from the start if she's really lying? Of course, Tony Busby didn't miss his chance to clap back. He hopped on Instagram and blasted Shannon, saying, "This just proves the fear is real." Busby posted that if Shannon truly believed the lawsuit was bogus, he wouldn't be trying to pay his way out. He even doubled down, confirming in writing that Gabriela Zinga was offered the bag, and she turned it down. Now the internet is on fire. The streets are buzzing louder than ever, and it's clear this situation is getting even uglier. Zinga's pushing forward with the lawsuit, and Shannon's crew is going full force trying to shut her down, even going as far as doxing her and taking shots at Busby left and right. But Busby's not flinching. He said plain and simple, "We're not going to be deterred by these tactics." He's standing firm, and he's not backing away from this war. And just when you thought this circus couldn't get wilder, boom! New reports drop claiming Katt Williams tried to warn Shannon multiple times. Katt allegedly told him to slow down, clean up his lifestyle, and stop letting his reckless behavior spin out of control. Looks like Katt saw this storm coming a mile away, and now the whole world's watching it hit full force. Award-winning journalist Ernest Owens jumped into the conversation too. He posted, "A 54-year-old black man was engaging in race play with a 19-year-old white girl. I'm not supporting Shannon Sharpe. Period. The end. It's legal, but it's disgusting." Boom! That comment lit up social media, and the backlash just keeps stacking. And let's not forget, this is exactly what Katt Williams tried to warn him about. For real. People are now going back and connecting the dots. They're saying Shannon is living proof of Katt's message, that some folks in power will let you win just enough, until your own choices catch up and bring it all crashing down. Someone even hit deeper with this quote from Katt, "You have an unnatural allegiance to losers." Fans are saying Shannon had all the tools to win, the fame, the money, the platform, but he kept chasing the wrong things, making the wrong moves, and now it's all blowing up in his face. But what do you think? Is Shannon Sharpe really getting punished by the higher-ups for putting someone like Katt Williams on the mic? Or did he fumble his own bag with wild choices and no self-control? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you're into breaking stories like this one, hit that like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. Because this story, it's far from over.